All right, so today we're going to be showing you how to make a call only ad from scratch. We're going to go through the actual campaign setup and then the actual ad itself. Call only call only ads are absolutely fantastic for any new business, even experienced businesses too that have large campaigns. They can be a tremendous asset. One of the nice things about them is you don't need a significant landing page or a massive website that's indexed, and you don't got to worry about that headache. You just need a basic website to run to verify that you are an advertiser and you do have a website on Google. But other than that, you can just get traffic and leads from calls, and it's really simple to set up. It's a great resource. Again, highly recommend it to any new business starting out. Uh, they can be a bit expensive, so you got to be on top of it. I also recommend setting an end date just in case you're not that familiar with Google and how it works, and if you get locked out, at least it ends and you're not going to spend any more money. So let's get to it. We're going to do a new campaign. We're going to go down to create a campaign without a goal. It really doesn't matter at this point because we're so early in. What our goal is, we're not going to tell Google anything uh, just because it really doesn't matter. We're going to click search because we want to display only in the actual search of Google. We don't want to be displaying in display, shopping, or anything like that. I don't. You can't even do a call only campaign from that. I guess you could do it from. You could send it to a landing page and then do a call only landing page, but we're not going to be doing that because it's too much work. At least for you guys. We're going to be doing City Comfort. It's just an online company that I found. They do HVAC, and then we get some traffic from here, so don't shoot me if you see this video. Uh, Shout out to you guys for being awesome. Uh, Continue. We're just going to start new. We'll do call only furnace repair. So this is only going to be for just furnace repair right off the bat. Actually, you know what? We'll do call only Toronto. Generally, what you want to do is either create a campaign by theme or by location. So we're going to do it by location, just generally that's how contractors work. Um, and then from there, you'd imagine your location, and then under that would be um, multiple services. So HVAC repair, HVAC installation, AC, heating and cooling contractors. All these services could branch out below them, and then in each of those, you'd have your unique ads, your unique keywords. But to keep it simple, we're just going to do call only Toronto. And then going forward, we have the search networks. Essentially, when you see this, you want to disable anything Google recommends because generally they're just doing it for money. You can always A/B test this later on. Generally, it shows worse results, and you're going to get not as much bang for your buck. So I always turn those off. But again, later on, you can turn them back on to A/B test them. You can set an end date. Let's just say, February 9th. That makes sure you're not going to, if you get locked out of Google and you're worried about spending money, it does end the campaign automatically, and you don't got to worry about it. Ad schedule is another very important thing that a lot of people don't look at. Uh, Saturday and Sundays are generally the worst days of the week to run ads. It's because people have a lot of free time to look around and compare quotes and stuff. Whereas Monday to Friday, if AC isn't working, you're not looking around. You just need someone right off the whoever you find first, you're going to pick, right? Because you need it right now. Um, Also, the actual contractors themselves probably aren't going to be taking calls or being more lenient with the calls they take on Saturday and Sunday. So generally, it's a good idea to either just check it out the first week, like do Sunday to Sunday and see like the actual results, see if there's any. I would do that for probably 2 weeks, and then see if there's any actual real changes between Monday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday, or just run Monday to Friday, and then later on check if Saturday, and Sunday are worth it. Uh, Next, we're going to do enter location. We're going to do Toronto because this is where this company is from, Toronto. And next is and of course you can expand to the surrounding area. Toronto is a big city, so I wouldn't be too scared about not reaching enough people. This is a very important thing right here, which is target and exclude for your location options. You only want to do presence because we don't care about people in, New York City looking at our targeted location. So if they type in HVAC repair Toronto, we don't care at all. We only want people who type in HVAC repair that are actually in Toronto, and that's what this option does. Again, Google likes to take people's money. I would only do that. I mean, later on you can A/B test it. Maybe for certain companies, like if you're doing like a car rental, it would make sense for them to target people who are flying into the city, and that then makes sense for search interests. But for most companies, it doesn't. Exclude. We want to exclude this as well. Um, we're just going to do English for that. This essentially shows people who are typing in for your excluded locations. Um, we don't want to show for anything people are interested when it comes to excluded locations. So if they're typing in, let's say, New York City, and we've excluded that location, like we've gone in, we've selected do not show for New York City. Uh, we're, we definitely don't want to show to people who are just interested in that. That wouldn't make any sense. It's just best to put presence and interest. We're not targeting anywhere outside of Toronto right now. For languages, we're just going to do English. There are some French people speaking in Toronto, but our ad copy is all in English, so it really doesn't make sense to target the French people. I mean, you could A/B test it. I can't see the results being great on that. Audience segments. This is a hit and miss. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Especially for finding an actual audience segment. Let's like not too many people are interested in HVAC, so it's kind of hard to find something in here related to HVAC. Done my best going through here and trying to find some stuff. I just keep it in observation mode. Allows you to go in later in the campaign. So say you're 2 or 3 months in, you're looking at this and you see like, oh, people who are really into, a lot electrical services also type in, HVAC, or maybe it's home improvement. These people are really interested in that, and then I would set it to target only people who are interested in like home repair, and then you could, further increase your ROI for your campaigns. But generally, the results aren't that impressive. I would recommend a remarketing campaign if you're going to do that. It generally shows better results. Average daily budget. You want to be getting at least one conversion a day. That gives Google enough data to work with. Um, so for any industry, I know HVAC here in Canada, especially Toronto, you're looking at about 20 bucks a click, which some people go, oh my God, that's like, absolutely ludicrous. And yeah, I'd say it's pretty expensive, but when you compare it to like, let's say, lawyers or um, Google Ads agencies that are like $250 a click, 20 bucks doesn't sound that bad. So I would set it to, let's say our conversion rate is 20%. So 1 out of 5 people, every time someone clicks on an ad, 1 out of 5 people will convert into a lead. So we need at least $100 worth of daily ad budget to get one conversion a day. Uh, for bidding, you want to set it to what I would recommend clicks right off the bat, because right off the bat, we know more about our target audience than Google. After about 25 conversions or so, Google knows more about our target audience than we do. So then we want to switch it over to maximize conversions or another automated bidding strategy that is just it gives Google the reins. Essentially, you want to give it as much control as possible because it knows more than you do, especially once it has enough relevant data. So for clicks, we're going to go in. We're going to set a maximum cost per click. This is very, very important. Do not leave this blank because Google will find the highest bidder and you'll be getting clicks for like absolutely astronomical prices. It's always set a limit. So let's say I know right off the bat, um, heating repair, it's right around 20 bucks ish per click. So we'll set it to 2082. Keep in mind it is a auction house, so that lasts like 82 cents. Does actually make a difference. So always increase it just a little bit more so you're ahead of the competition. And keep in mind that is 1 out of 5, so like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That gives you one conversion or one lead a day, which gives you enough data to then optimize the account later on. And then we're going to go to save and continue. You don't really need any of this because because you're not going to be showing up in normal search ads. We'll just type in ad group 1. What was it? Call only furnace repair. We'll do furnace repair. Cool. And we'll do, furnace repair. Repair near me. Furnace working. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go into your actual keyword planner. We'll do this later to find keywords that are relevant. Furnace not working may or may not work. It probably won't. But the important thing here is not to leave it on broad match. One of the things that can go really wrong while running a call only campaign is you start getting calls from just irrelevant people. So if you leave it on broad match, which is, let's just say you typed in a keyword like this, furnace repair, with no quotations and no squared brackets below it. As you can see here, it explains it. It gives Google free reign to literally search or literally bid for any keyword that is relevant to furnace repair, which may seem like a good thing, but if I said you're going to be showing for, furnace repair tips or furnace repair DIY, that's not where you want to spend $20 a click on. You want to spend $20 a click on people who are ready to buy, ready to get a quote. You don't want to spend it on furnace repair DIY. It's going to be awful for you. So it's important to either put it into exact match or phrase match. I like to start off with phrase match and then get more tighter as it goes along. That way you're able to figure out the winners and the losers of the campaign. So I would take it from phrase match for the first couple weeks and then narrow it down to exact match. Again, leaving some phrase match so it can expand and you can find new profitable keywords, but you want to narrow it down over time so your campaign becomes more profitable. Yeah, so don't put broad match unless you really need keywords and you just can't find any. Then I could see an exception for putting broad match, but it's best not just put phrase and exact match, which is squared brackets or quotations. Which quotations is phrase and squared brackets is exact match. Then we go to the next. We're going to do, let's see. This is again one of the nice things about call only ads. You don't need an actual landing page that is, done to the nines and everything is absolutely perfect and you have your social proof, you have everything set up. This, we can just literally bulldoze through this because we're going to be entering in, I'll just do this. You're not going to let me do it. Oh, okay, whatever. Sometimes it lets me just automatically click through. We'll just put furnace repair. Sorry, what was I talking about? Oh, the not having to have like a completely indexed website, not having to do, build out a full landing page, which can cost you a lot of money. It's very nice, and you can just start getting ads essentially day one or leads day one. It's absolutely fantastic for businesses that are new to Google Ads and don't have as much resources as other companies do. Furnace repair, broken furnace. This is just, we're just going to skim through this because this is not the actual type of ad we're going to be working with. We'll actually probably delete this later on. Broken furnace. I don't know. You can just essentially leave this all blank. It really doesn't matter. You're just going to skim through. Cool. Review. It's probably going to give us an absolutely horrible grade. Fix errors. What's wrong with our? Oh, come on. It's great. Let's see. Okay, cool. There we go. Now it's showing us all the stuff. Good job on indexing your site. City Home Comfort. It's phenomenal. Good job. A lot of sites don't do that. You've done an excellent job with your copy and everything like that. Good job. All right, we're going to go ahead, publish. It just says it's going to run from the site. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Ads typically take 1 to 2 days to review. If there's ways around this, you can get it done in under 48 hours. You just got to get in contact with Google. But uh, generally it's done before 1 to 2 days. It's generally like a day and a bit, not 2 full days. Okay, now we're going to go on to the actual call only ad. We're going to add a new ad. So this is the actual, I know I named it call only, but it's not. It's a responsive search ad. We want a call ad, which allows us to only get leads via call, which is excellent again for service-based businesses and businesses that can do business over the phone, which is a lot of them. And then we're going to designate that under the ad group call only furnace repair. So that is the actual keywords. So this ad is inside of that ad group, and the ad group designates all the keywords that we're going to be targeting. So we're going to go back into this. We're going to do Canada. At this point, you could also insert your tracking number for CallRail or any other third-party tracking site. I find they do a much better job at tracking than Google does, but it's not necessary. It's just nice to have as a backup. Final URL, we'll use this. Verification URL, same thing. Cool. I'll just do furnace repair. Should be either the same thing or something related to the actual keyword. It looks good to business or potential customers that are going to see the ad. They see that you put in a little bit of time into it, and anything that shows them over and over again that this is what you get on this ad. So furnace repair is always good. Furnace repair. With this, you only get 2 headlines, so you got to make good use of them. And what I would recommend doing is having multiple Google or call only ads, so you can A/B test them much easier, as opposed to like sitting for a week and then figuring out, or sitting for 2 weeks really, because you're not going to get as many clicks with the call only ad as compared to a normal search ad. So I would have multiple call only ads, A/B test them, see which one works best. We'll do furnace repair. Um, you know, Actually, you know what? Let's do something fun. Is your furnace broken? Call now for a free quote. Business name, I'll do City Home Comfort. Comfort. Also, interesting thing to note. Do not like capitalize multiple words. The ad will not show. If you put multiple exclamation points and question points, it will not show. Google is very finicky about what they will and will not show for headlines, so it's a good thing to read over Google Ads ad guidelines, I should say. Description, we can get a little bit more creative with that. Let's say 30 plus years experience in HVAC. 24/7 emergency service. And make sure this is all relevant to the customer. Like, what do they want to see? Don't put, we're the best. We do this better than anyone else. We do this. We do this. What is the customer's problem, and provide a solution. Don't talk about why you're so great. 24/7 emergency service, it might be relevant to some people. 30 years of experience. I would also put licensed technician in here. Licensed technician, get a free quote now. Licensed techs. Our experts are on standby. Cool. Here's another one I've used. Fix your furnace today and don't get cut off guard when the cold weather hits. It's just interesting to always A/B test these things. It's always good to do. to see which one works better. Sometimes I'm shocked when certain things work better than other ones. It's not always the best written one that works. It's just what's most relevant to the customer at that given time. And sometimes it's, sometimes it's more creative. Sometimes it's more, just technical details that wins the customer over and makes them click on the ad. But I would go in, I would make a whole bunch of ads. I would do probably 3 in each category. So if you're going to do a call only ad for furnace repair, I would then make 3 for that, and then let's say we do another ad group that is furnace installation. I would then make 3 more ads for that and A/B test them. Calls from ads, use account settings. Yeah, use account settings. That just allows you to get more conversion actions, which is relevant for tracking. So congrats, if you've made it to this point, you've created your first call only ad. Uh, Not many people do, so that's impressive. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to, let's make another ad group. Uh, I'm going to show you the actual keyword planner, and this is how we come up with keywords here at Tradesman Digital Marketing. Uh, let's do furnace installation. All right, so furnace installation, put in a notepad. Yeah, let's just furnace installation. So furnace installation is good. So as you can see, you could have, this is all of Canada, 1 to 10,000, clicks. This is not going to be as high. And let's narrow it down for Toronto for just to show you exactly what we do for Toronto. Because this is location dependent. Like say you were in Toronto is like Canada's one of Canada's largest cities. So the actual cost per click is going to be more expensive. But if you're in a more rural location, um, it's going to be usually as less. So it is relevant for location. So we do have 100 to 1,000 clicks per month. Um, yeah, 100 to 1,000 clicks per month. That's good. It's relatively steady. If you look at it, top of page bid, that's 32.57, 32.19. So yeah, for this, it's more expensive, but then again, the actual installation process, depending on what company you're with, might earn more money. That might be indicative of why it is a higher cost per click. Not always, though. New furnace, that's good. That furnace installation. What is this furnace near me? That's good. And then we would just go down and anything that, humidifier, no. Home Depot is definitely a negative keyword you want to add. Um, that's people who want to do it themselves. That is not your target market. Um, Propane furnaces, that could be good for companies that do offer propane furnaces. Furnace contractors, good. And as you can see, they all vary in types of bid range. For this, I would probably actually not put that because it's really, really high. You know what? I take that back. Furnace contractors could convert at a much higher rate. You never know. It's probably not going to pay off. It's double pretty much everything else on top of page bid. So you know what? I would probably try it, and then if it doesn't work, kill it off. And then once we have enough keywords, I would recommend, filling as many relevant keywords as you can into your notepad or whatever you're taking it down with. And then we're going to go into ad groups, create a new ad group. We're going to do call only, furnace installation. We'll paste our keywords in there. Make sure to, actually, I'll show you a cool little tool. Absolutely fantastic for just wrapping keywords. So say you have a big long list, you don't want to put quotations all around them, you just hit wrap. This does it for you. Alt phrase match, hit copy. I always hit copy again, Control C, and then you just paste it all in there. It's all good to go. And save and continue. This again, this is one of the things I don't like about this is it kind of forces you to do these ads. Like I get their point of wanting to do it, but it's not really relevant because we're only running, call only ads anyways. So installation. So we're going to go to the actual ad. We're going to turn this one off because this is just a responsive search ad, like before. I'm going to do create a call ad. Again, you can use a 40 number if you'd like. If not, Google does an all right job too, so it's not too big of a deal. Final URL on your site. I recommend the home page. Like I said before, verification URL, that's all good. Furnace installation, cool. Headline, need a new furnace. Get instant reply now. Comfort or city home comfort. And then I would probably just copy the actual descriptions from your other ads, especially if you prove that they're working. There's no real reason to get super creative. Most people aren't going to read the description. They're going to read your headlines. As David Ogilvy says, 80% of your money is in your headline, because most people only read that. So this is, I think, essentially one of the same ones we did earlier. 24/7 customer support, 30 years experience, call for a free quote today. Always try to end it with a call to action. You want the customer to do something. You don't want them to just look at your ad. You want them to do something. Identify their pain, turn the knife, and get them to act. What is their call to action? As bad as that sounds, turning the knife, you got to highlight their pain. So say their furnace is broken, like no heat in your house. All these things, your family, like, are you cold? Like, because your furnace isn't working, this highlights a pain. We can fix this. So either, get an instant reply, get in touch with an HVAC tech right now. All these keywords or all these headlines to show that, like, we can solve, here's your problem, we can solve your problem, this is what you have to do to solve the problem. So, call to action, which is, get an instant reply now, need a new furnace, which could be a pain, or need heat could also be a pain. The description just goes into more detail about how you can help, extend the life of your equipment with their helpful text. I would probably change that to, get new equipment, something like that. But we're not going into super detail about copywriting right now. Again, use account settings. This just allows you to your entire account to optimize as opposed to just one specific conversion action. So just leave it like that. Save new. Oh yeah, they don't like brackets. Oh, there we go. My bad. Wrong country. All right, so now you have 2 call only ads. I would recommend putting a couple more, filling these in with 2 or 3 in total. Then you can A/B test to see which one's working, and then you can go and optimize from there in the weeks to come with new information. So the new information you're going to be looking at in the weeks to come. Also, turn this back on, by the way. Make sure your campaign will look like this. It'll be all lit up. Oh, and then also turn that back on as well. You can tell if it's active by seeing the actual, it's white as compared to gray. But for right now, we're just going to pause it because I don't feel like running this. Sorry, City Home Comfort. But the things you do want to keep in mind with the upcoming weeks to optimize this, you want to see what keywords are coming in. So you want to go down to keywords, and then you would hit search terms. Search terms will be the actual terms people are searching. Look at ones that, if there's tips, DIY, Home Depot, free, if people are looking for any sort of information, you don't want to be bidding on these keywords. You want to make sure these are bottom of the funnel keywords that are going to make someone actually, or show intent that someone is actually in the buying phase or looking to get a quote. So that's what I would recommend. All those keywords that aren't relevant in bottom of the funnel, like if furnace installation, and say it's DIY furnace installation, get rid of them, put them under negative keywords. That's just one way to optimize. Another optimization tip too, you could get into more detail with landing pages, but realistically, if you have a decent website, it won't really matter. And that would only apply to quality score either way. It's not going to make a massive impact. Again, make sure to track everything. So you can see the results, see which ones are winners, which ones are losers, and even some keywords that are, they look like winners, they're not winners, get rid of them. Uh, Look at the conversion rate, look at how many conversions there are, and that's how you determine who's winning, who's losing. So long for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. See you guys next time.